The Delhi Chief Minister ARVIND Kejriwal. It's happened just moments ago in Delhi. This has happened pertaining to the excise policy case, and of course it's something for which the Delhi Chief Minister has been served as many as 9 summons. Now the final arrest has taken place, but of course no charge sheet has been filed just yet. Our party, the Aam Aadmi Party, is talking about how the Modi government is scared of ARVIND Kejriwal. Now, what is the situation on the ground where the arrest has taken place? Enforcement Directorate Office is where my colleague from the Times Network, Tejashree Purandare, is, and that's where she's reporting from. Tejashree, what have you heard so far about the arrest and the possibility of a charge sheet getting filed? How far away is that prospect?
Well, this is one of the biggest arrests made in the Delhi Liquorgate policy, and in fact here I am standing just outside the Enforcement Directorate, from where we are expecting that just in few minutes from now ARVIND Kejriwal will be brought. And in fact these are the visuals that we are giving you just outside the Enforcement Directorate office. Security, yes, has been briefed up, barricades have been put at place, and the kind of visuals that we were seeing from in front of the residence of ARVIND Kejriwal, protesters are gathered over there. All the senior leaders, say it be Atishi, say it be Saurabh Bharadwaj, and other MLAs, MPs, and in fact party workers have also been asked to reach at the residence of ARVIND Kejriwal so as to show support and strength, number one. Number two, if we talk about that, a few days back K. Kavita was also arrested in this particular case. That was the one that was also certainly one of the big arrests. Next, if we talk about Manish Sisodia was arrested in this case, then then if we talk about Sanjay Singh was arrested in this case. So yes, all big leaders were arrested, but then big question was, will ARVIND Kejriwal be arrested? Because 9 times he was summoned, then he went to the court, he knocked the doors of the High Court. Then in fact today also what we are learning from the Aam Aadmi Party sources is that yes, Aam Aadmi Party has knocked the doors of Supreme Court in this particular case so as to get relief, but now he has been arrested by the Enforcement Directorate, and now what we are expecting is that in a short while from now he will be brought here. If we talk about the political war of words that is going on in between Aam Aadmi Party and BJP, so Aam Aadmi Party has been alleging since day one that this is complete conspiracy done by the BJP, and in fact that the agencies have become the puppet of the ruling government is what the Aam Aadmi Party was alleging. And now today BJP says and tweets on social media in fact that Satyamev Jayate, and in fact they were also questioning the reason why Kejriwal was not going to the summons, why he was calling summons illegal, and in fact even if he was calling summons illegal, he should have proved himself to be innocent. But that he was not innocent is what BJP says, that if he was not innocent, then why he did not go to the Enforcement Directorate, and why did he not respond to the summons? But then we saw the kind of, after the political war of words took place, we saw blame game, then we saw the arrest of the big leaders, then we saw the arrest of K. Kavita, then we saw that Aam Aadmi Party had knocked the doors of the court, and now today we have seen that ARVIND Kejriwal has been arrested by the Enforcement Directorate. Huge drama outside his residence. Workers are protesting, and tomorrow, in fact, there is said to be a big protest. In fact, could be held outside the Aam Aadmi Party office in support of ARVIND Kejriwal, or you can say against the arrest of ARVIND Kejriwal. And in fact, remember that back-to-back campaigns also Aam Aadmi Party had started, like campaigns like Maybe Kejriwal, campaigns like Signature campaigns, and in fact, they had also asked the people of national capital, people of Delhi, that if ARVIND Kejriwal gets arrested, will they like that? Are they in favor that Kejriwal should run the government from the jail itself, or should resign? So Aam Aadmi Party said that most of the people said that Kejriwal should run the government from the jail itself. And today also, in fact, Atishi said in a statement while speaking to media just outside the residence of ARVIND Kejriwal, the Chief Minister of Delhi, that Kejriwal will be running the government from inside the jail. This was the biggest statement that came from one of the top minister of Kejriwal government, that is Atishi. And now we'll have to see that how this entire matter unfolds, because arrest has been made. He will be brought over here. Questioning in fact went on for 2 hours, and after 2 hours of questioning he was arrested. Officers were in a huddle at the senior officers at the Enforcement Directorate. There also we have seen that officers were there inside his office. His phone was confiscated, digital data was being retrieved. Earlier also when we saw that when there was arrest of Manish Sisodia, digital data was the main thing that was being monitored, that was being investigated. Post that arrest was made, it was certainly expected expected that there could be that the question asked could go for more than 2 hours. Say it could be for 3 or 4 hours. It was expected, but certainly it was just for 2 hours, and then post 2 hours he was arrested. And now, after a short while, he will be brought here, and perhaps that is why the security has been briefed up over here. Back to you.
Do tell us, because now that he's been arrested, there will be a process that will be followed by the Enforcement Directorate. What do we know about that process that would unfold from this point onwards? And like you mentioned, he has knocked at the Supreme Court, and that will come up tomorrow. How is that likely to go? Where does that stand? Because that's something you picked up from the people you've been speaking with at the Aam Aadmi Party, isn't it?
Well, first let me show you the visuals over here, that what is happening over here just outside the Enforcement Directorate. Here are the visuals that we are giving you just outside the Enforcement Directorate, and in fact, top police, what we are being also told is that top police officials of Delhi Police are out to see the possible route for the Enforcement Directorate team, that possible route from where ARVIND Kejriwal will be brought over here at the Enforcement Directorate office. And in fact, this will be that particular road from where he will be brought inside. All the senior officials are also present at Kejriwal's residence, and in fact, Atishi there has said that ED is conducting a witch hunt, and that ED hasn't found anything on Kejriwal, and it is just a witch hunt that ED is conducting. This is what the statement of Atishi has just come a while back, and in fact now we'll have to see how BJP responds to this particular statement. However, BJP has on and on being saying that Kejriwal, who claimed that he has come to politics to eradicate corruption, is now himself submerged in corruption, is what BJP has been saying. Because remember that when Aam Aadmi Party at the start, when Kejriwal started Aam Aadmi Party during Anna Andolan for Lokpal Bill, for Lokayukt, for all those things. So at that particular point of time, his main agenda was to eradicate corruption. And then when they came to power, their main, you can say that, they were known for their healthcare policy, for their medical policy, and that they were imandars, is what Aam Aadmi Party had claimed. And BJP had been saying on and on that it is not imandar, he is kattar beiman, is what the words they were using for Kejriwal. But now certainly after Enforcement Directorate has arrested Kejriwal, this seems all opposite to what the claims were made, because already big arrests have been made in this particular case. And in fact, what important to note is that Aam Aadmi Party has on and on been questioning the timing of the arrest and the timing of questioning and the timing of summons as well.
Well, in the heat of the general elections, we are seeing this arrest take place, and it is of particular significance. We understand that the security over there has been beefed up. There was a string of protests taking place at the Chief Minister's residence, and that's something else that we are picking up. But now, Tejshri, of course, reporting from outside the ED's office, where we're expecting the Delhi Chief Minister to be brought in. Already 2 hours of questioning has taken place, and now the arrest has happened, and now we'll see exactly what happens with that plea that has been filed at the Supreme Court. This has happened after 9 summons have gone out to the Delhi Chief Minister, and now this arrest has taken place from the Chief Minister's residence. The case, of course, pertains to alleged corruption and money laundering in formulating and executing the Delhi government's excise policy that was in 2021-22. It was, of course, later scrapped, but all of this investigation is into that excise policy.